Hello everyone. In the previous videos, we have discussed about simple permanent tissues, in which we have discussed that simple permanent tissues are broadly classified as parenchyma, collenchyma and scalenchyma, which are considered as supportive tissues of the plant. Afterwards, we have discussed about two major protective tissues of the plant. First is epidermis, which is the outermost layer of the plant. Second is cork, which is the outer covering present on the stem of the old trees and made up of dead cells. Both these layers prevent the plant from excessive loss of water and prevent from the mechanical injuries. Now, we are going to discuss about complex permanent tissues. Complex permanent tissues are classified as xylem and phloem, which are the conducting tissues of the plant. That means these are responsible to transport water, minerals and food respectively. Let's talk about complex permanent tissue. Students, do you know why complex permanent tissues are called so? Because unlike the other tissues, complex permanent tissues are made up of more than one type of cells, and all these different type of cells coordinate to perform the same function. They ultimately achieve the same goal despite their different structures and function. In plants, complex permanent tissues are classified as xylem and phloem. Xylem conduct water and minerals in plants, while phloem transport food in plants. Both these structures are tube-like structures and collectively known as vascular tissues. During the process of photosynthesis, in the presence of sunlight, plants utilize carbon dioxide and absorb water from the roots and produce food. But have you ever thought how this transportation of food and water take place in plants? If we will take a closer look at the transverse section of a stem or a leaf, we will observe these bundles-like structures, which are known as vascular bundles and contain xylem and phloem. These are the conducting body in plants through which the transportation of food and water take place. Let's discuss each of them in detail. Xylem. Xylem is the main conducting tissue of the plant. The function of this tissue can be considered to be similar to the pipeline system of a building, which carry water from the ground to the other apartments. It transports water from the ground to the rest of the plant body. So, because of this tissue, water will also reach the topmost leaf, including all the parts of a leaf, as xylem is also present in the midrib and veins of a leaf. Xylem is made up of 4 different types of cells, and these are tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. Let's discuss each of them in detail. Tracheids. These are tube-like elongated cells that tapers at both ends. Each of the cell has thick cell wall because of deposition of lignin. Hence, these cells are dead. These cells are arranged laterally and conduct water through these pits. Along with water transportation, they provide support to the plant because of their structure. Next type of cells are vessels. These are tube-like cylindrical cells which are connected end to end and contain more pits than the tracheids. Like tracheids, cell wall is thick with the deposition of lignin. Hence, these cells are also dead because lignin is impervious to the substances. Most of the water and minerals transported through these vessels. Now, next is xylem parenchyma. Students, if you remember, we have said that parenchyma stores food. So, quite evidently, xylem parenchyma also perform the same function of food storage, and these are the only type of cells which are living in xylem. And the last is xylem fibers. These are the thread-like cells. These cells are dead and have lignified walls that provide support to the tissues as well as to the plant. So, here we have completed how water is transported from the roots to all the parts of the plant. But what do you think? The water absorbed by the plant is permanently stored in the plant? No, because of the heat of the sun, excess of water lost from the leaf surface of the plant in form of water vapor in a process called transpiration. So, indirectly, this is the transpiration process that creates a suction force that helps the root to pull water from the ground and thus transport it to the other parts of the plant. Let's talk about our next complex permanent tissue, phloem. Just like xylem, phloem is also made up of 4 different types of cells, and these are sieve tubes or sieve cells, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, and phloem fibers. Out of which these 3 sieve tubes, companion cell, and phloem parenchyma are living in nature, while phloem fibers are dead cells. Let's discuss each of them in detail. The first and the most important cells are sieve tubes or sieve cells. The very first thing which I want to mention here about these two. In your NCERT book, they have mentioned these two structures separately. But the function of both sieve tubes and sieve cells are same. Only there is one difference, that sieve tube is found in angiosperms, and angiosperms are the group of plants that have flowers and produce covered seeds. On the other hand, sieve cells are found in lower category plants. So don't get confused. Sieve tubes and sieve cells are same. So if we will talk about sieve tubes, these are tube-like structures and have thin walls. These cells are placed one above the other, and at the end there is a sieve plate which has numerous pores for transporting food particles. Next is companion cells. These cells are attached with sieve tubes and help sieve tubes in transportation of food. Next is phloem parenchyma. Just like xylem parenchyma, it also stores food and also help in lateral, that means sidewise conduction of food. And the last is phloem fibers. These are the only type of cells in phloem which are dead due to deposition of lignin. Walls are thick and thus provide mechanical strength to the tissue. As the other type of cells are living and soft, only phloem fibers are capable to provide mechanical strength. Now, let's talk about the differences between xylem and phloem. Xylem is responsible for transportation of water and minerals. On the other hand, phloem transport food. The transportation of water and minerals take place only in one direction, that means from the ground to the other parts of the plant. While conduction of food takes place in both the direction, upwards as well as downwards. If we will observe the xylem column, we'll see there is no end wall between the cells, and in phloem, sieve tubes have end wall called as sieve plates with numerous pores in it. In xylem, only xylem parenchyma is living. Other types of cells are dead. Thus, it also provides mechanical strength to the plant. On the other hand, phloem have only phloem fibers which are dead. Rest of the cells are living. In xylem, because of the deposition of lignin, generally cells have thick cell wall. On the other hand, phloem is tubular with soft walled cells. Let's recall what we have learned today in this session. Today, we have discussed about complex permanent tissues. These tissues are made up of different types of cells. These are broadly classified as xylem and phloem, where xylem is responsible for transporting water and minerals, phloem transport food. Each of them is made up of 4 different types of cells. In both, 2 types are common, which are parenchyma and fibers. Xylem and phloem parenchyma stores food, and fibers provide mechanical strength to the plant. Tracheids and vessels are the other types of cells which are present in xylem and responsible for water and mineral conduction. On the other hand, sieve tubes and companion cells are responsible for transporting food in phloem. Students, so that's all about complex permanent tissues. In the next session, we'll discuss about different types of animal tissues. Till then, goodbye and stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.